have you remembered, right? Exception handling, exception handling, important questions we are discussing, right? Okay. So now just let me continue those matter of few minutes, and then we will go for next concept, very important concept. What is the string and the string buffer concepts? Okay, make sure here. Even just how many questions we covered? Anyone, can you please observe that? Sir, here just this is my first example. Yes, just a matter of 1 minute. I will look once, sir. This is the first example what we have. Sorry, this is the first example. Okay, here just observe a bit very carefully, sir. Sir, here if I can take like this, where is the problem? Why this bit is the very important for the exam? The reason is, sir, problem number 1, print the file content throw new IO exception. Sir, if you are going to throw IO exception, is it a checked exception or unchecked exception? Is it a checked exception or unchecked exception? Checked exception. Are you getting? Checked. In our program, if there is any chance of raising checked exception, compulsory we have to handle either by try catch or by throws keyword. Correct or not? So problem number 1 is here. Okay, have a look once, sir. Let me compile this code. Let me compile this code. Java C tester.java. Are you getting? So unreported exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Sir, 1 minute. Import java.io.start. Import java.io.start. Okay. Happily, sir, here first problem, unreported exception. Where is the problem? By default we are getting, sir, throw new IO exception. How you can solve this problem? How you can solve this problem, sir? We can solve this problem two ways, sir. Either by using try catch or by using throws keyword. Sir, okay, anyway, if I use a throws keyword, throws IO exception, can you please tell if the code is going to compile or not? Yes, is it going to compile or not? No, because who is the caller? Who is the caller of this class X? Who is the caller of this print file? Sir, main method. Regarding main method is calling X dot print file content, but the print file content throws some checked exception. Compulsory the caller is the responsible to handle that. Compulsory the caller is the responsible to handle, but main method doesn't throw, or main method doesn't use a try catch. That's why the problem is going to come. Are you getting? Where is the problem? Now you can able to say X dot print file content. Are you getting? Now how you can handle, sir? Anyone, can you please tell? There are two ways are there to handle. This line you can take inside a try catch. You can take this line inside try catch, or here you can use a throws keyword. Are you getting? Here you can use throws keyword. So here this line you can take inside try catch, or here you can use the throws keyword. Happily the code by default is going to compile. Okay, let me take try catch. Regarding, let me take this line inside a try catch. Inside a try catch. What is that exception, sir? IO exception. Regarding IO exception, happily the code is going to be compiled. Are you getting right? Happily the code is going to be compiled. Clear? Everyone can able to understand, right? Okay, sir, that's all. This is what you people showed very clearly, right? Deepankaj, what your doubt, sir? But when we use a throws code, compiles file, but runtime exception comes, sir. Yes, correct. If you are using throws keyword every time, if no one is going to handle, then automatically what will happen? It's always abnormal termination at runtime by mistake if that exception occurs. Regarding at runtime, by mistake if that exception occurs at runtime, it's always keep on. It's always keep on. Sir, what we call delegating. Who is going to handle? No one is going to handle. Then it's always abnormal termination. Usage of throws keyword doesn't prevent abnormal termination of the program. Usage of throws keyword just to convince a compiler. Beyond that, nothing. Sir, have you remembered? Somewhere we covered. Deepankaj, I hope clear for all, right? That's all, sir. So this is why the problem is going to come. Why this bit is very important. Now the terminology is very clear for you. Next, and after that, one more thing, sir. Sir, one more thing. Just have a look once. I don't know. I don't know, sir, what is the mistake we did here, or otherwise is it valid or not? If it's valid, what is the output we are going to get? Very, very simple, sir. Very simple. Sir, read card method. Read card method. Card method throws exception. Exception is the checker. Sir, test class contain read card, check a card. Read card, check card. Check a card method throws runtime exception. Sorry. Throws runtime exception. Sir, checking card. This one is the checking card. Now my point is, throws keyword can be used in general for checked exceptions. Remember that, sir. Throws keyword can be used in general for checked exceptions, but not for unchecked exception. But throws keyword you can use for any throwable type. No problem at all. It may be exception, it may be error, runtime exception, anything you can use, but more meaningful if you are going to use for checked exceptions, right? Okay, throws for unchecked exception, of course, valid, but not recommended. So there is no problem here, acceptable, right? Now, sir, if I call t.check card, can you please tell, is the caller either responsible to handle runtime exception or not? Hey, respond. Is the caller is required to handle runtime exception or not? Otherwise, the code is not going to compile. Otherwise, the code is not going to compile. Forget about read card. I'm talking about check card method. Is compulsory required to handle runtime exception? Is it compulsory or not? No. The problem here is it is unchecked. My compiler never going to check whether you are handling or not. Sir, just let me comment this one. Check a card. I'm calling t.check card. Happily, do you know this one is going to work? No problem at all. I hope everyone can able to see. Sir, that's all. Because we are not required to handle, because this person is unchecked exception. Unchecked exception, compiler never going to worry whether you are handling or not. So that's why in general, throws keyword best suitable for only for checked exceptions, not for unchecked exceptions, right? So next, t.read card. T.read card of card number. T.read card of card number, right? Can you please tell, sir, if I can take like this, but read card method throws exception, is it required to handle or not required to handle? Respond. Is it required to handle or not required to handle? Is it compulsory? Is it compulsory to handle? Is it compulsory to handle either by try catch or by throws keyword, or not mandatory? Read card method throws exception. Is it compulsory required to handle? Mandatory or not mandatory? How many people feels that it is mandatory? Compulsory you should handle, sir. How many people feels like that? How many people feels that, sir, it is not mandatory? Can you please respond? Yes, Uday, compulsory we should required to handle. Shubham, Pooja, what about Amit Kumar and Himanshu? Take a bit very special care. Sir, is it checked exception or unchecked exception? Is it checked exception or unchecked exception? Checked exception. Checked exception. Compulsory. Sir, we should require to handle because it is already checked exception, man. So if we are calling a method, that method throws some checked exception. Compulsory we should handle either by try catch or by throws keyword. Otherwise, the code is not going to compile. Unreported exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Remember that. How I can solve this problem, sir? We can solve this problem two ways. This line you can take inside try catch, or otherwise you can use a throws exception. Throws exception. Then happily it is going to be it's going to work. No problem, sir. Even if the partially checked also, checked or not, Deepankaj, checked or not. That's what you people should be aware. Whether it is the partially checked or fully checked. Is it checked exception or not? Checked. If it is the unchecked, we are not required to handle. But if the checked, compulsory we require to handle. Okay? Are you getting? Okay. Sir, can you please explain again why unchecked exceptions are not necessary to handle? Very simple, sir. Compiler never going to ask. Compiler never going to object. Never going to check whether you are handling or not. That's why So just either any compile time error we are going to get or not, nothing, because if it is the unchecked exception, Puja, regarding compiler never going to check whether the programmer handling or not in the case of unchecked exception. So that's why try catch, throws keyword, these kind of things are not required. But at runtime, if really that exception is going to come, compulsory we should handle, otherwise abnormal termination. Just I'm talking about compilation point of view to convince compiler. But if it is a checked exception, compulsory we should handle either by try catch or throws keyword. Otherwise, the code is not going to be compiled. Compiler is going to show red signal, hey, where you are handling. In your area, there may be a chance of raising some problem, like we are going to get the problem. Clear? Okay? Yeah. Now, this is the second possibility, right? Sir, what is the third one? Third possible bit, sir. Sir, here, given the code for the class my exception, like I have some code is there, what is the result? I don't know what is the result we are going to get, just we will. Have you observed? Public class my exception extends a runtime exception, public class test, public static void main string array answer. Try, sir, I'm calling m1, sir, like this I'm taking. Sir, now public static void m1, okay, try catch and so on, right? Sir, now take very special care about this one. Sir, this line is the very important. What is the line is? Can you please tell here which exception you are raising? Yes, ma'am. Which exception you are raising? Either exception or my exception. Regarding which exception you are raising? Either exception or my exception we are raising. Correct or not? Either exception or my exception we are raising. My exception is the child class of runtime exception. My exception is the child class of runtime exception, right? So now my question is, can you please, I wrote catch block for runtime exception. Either code is going to compile or not? Please respond. Either code is going to compile or not? Yes, I covered, I hope, in the last session. Either code is going to compile or not? No chance at all. Regarding the code is not going to compile. What is the reason for that? The reason is, in your area, there may be a chance of rising checked exception. There may be a chance. Sir, based on random value, it may rise exception or it may rise new my exception. Sir, both options are possible. Both options are possible, sir. It may rise exception or it may rise new exception. Both the things are possible, sir. Have you observed? Both are possible. There, sir, which is the checked? Which is the checked? First one is the checked. You are handling only runtime exception, but not exception. Oh, in your area, there may be a chance of rising checked exception, but you are not handling. How I can compile, man? How I can compile? Like a compiler will give left and right. Are you getting right? Observe a bit very carefully. Yes, unreported exception must be unreported exception like. But actually here it is showing one more. Just let me remove this public because the user test.java. But this one is also public. That's why the problem is going to come. Let me remove. Yes. Now observe that unreported exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Everyone can able to understand how I can solve this problem? How you can solve this problem? There are two ways. What the first way? There are two ways. What the first way? Sir, to handle. Sir, already handled with runtime. Let me remove this bloody runtime. Let me take exception. If I can take exception, it may be my exception, it may be exception. We are in a position to handle, no problem at all. Happily, the code is going to be compiled. Are you getting right? Sir, this is what you should aware. Okay? Sir, now, what is the next one, sir? Very important. Take a bit very special care, sir. What is the code we have? Sir, more concentration must be required. Have a look. Public class test main method. Within the main method, just copy paste this code, sir. Okay, here don't worry what it's going to do. Yes. Okay, now observe string array. S is equal to new string array of 2, sir. We are creating an array with a size 2. Which type of array? We respond. Which type of array? String array. Then once we create string array internally, which elements by default will be saved? Default values. Default value for the string is nothing but what? Null will be saved. So now int I is equal to 0. For each string s1 in s of I means s of 0. S of 0 means null. Null dot concat of element I. So on the null, can I call concat method? Is it possible or not possible? On the null, if you are trying to call any method, immediately we are going to get null pointer exception. Remember that. Immediately we are going to get null pointer exception. So on the null, we are not required to, we can't call any method. Sir, what options it is asking? Can you please observe? So this is the output, this is the output, this is the output. A null pointer exception is thrown at the runtime. Okay, like let me cross check, sir. Is it really true? Null pointer exception or not? At runtime, no compile time error. No compile time error. Have you observed, right? At runtime, what exception by default you are going to get? Null pointer exception. Clear? Exception in thread main. What exception by default we are going to get, sir? Null pointer exception by default we are going to get. Okay, not required to keep much explanation about this terminology, right? Okay, that's all. Next, sir, next example is also a bit dangerous example. More concentration must be required, sir. Okay, here say this. String array names is equal to Thomas, okay, Bunny, Chinny. Maybe I'm taking one is English name, the remaining two are Indian names, Bunny, Chinny, something like that. String array password is equal to null. Passwords is equal to, I mean, new string array of 3, sir. Sir, what is the size? What is the size of this array? 3. Okay. Sir, first element, second element, third element. Wonderful. String array passwords is equal to new string array of 3. What is the internally which elements by default will be there? Internally which elements by default will be there? Null by default will be there. Excellent. I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0. Sir, take a bit very special care. If the paper and pen is there in front of you, better to take. Highly recommended. Sir, are you usually maintaining paper and pen while attending online sessions? Huh? Yes, if the paper and pen is there, highly recommended, sir, to take. Okay, I is equal to 0. Maybe index. Try for each string n in names. Remember, for I, each string yes in each string in names. Like this, it is going to take, sir. In names, for each string names. How many strings are there, sir? How many strings are there? 3. Because how many strings are available, sir? 3 strings are available. That's why what the value by default we are going to get a 3, sir. Remember that, okay? 3 values by default will be there. For each string n in names, sir, now passwords of I. Passwords of I means, what is the current I value? Oh, you respond. What is the current I value? 0. So passwords of 0. Passwords of 0 means first element is equal to n the substring of 2, 6. Sir, n means string. First one is nothing but Thomas. Thomas. That's why in this 2 to 6 means 2 to begin to n-1. Remember this one, sir. In the string begin to n-1 by default will come in the picture. Begin to n-1. Are you getting right? Begin to n-1 by default will come in the picture. Okay, now what is the output by default we are going to get, sir? Have a look once. Passwords of I, n dot substring. 2 to 6. 0, 1, 2. 2 to 6 means 2 to 5 only. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, what is the answer, sir? OMAS. Is the first value by default saved. The first element. And after that, I value will become 1, sir. 1. Observe. Now, second element is going to come. Sir, very carefully. Observe very carefully. Second element is going to come. What the second element, sir? Bunny. What the second element? Bunny. Bunny is going to come. Sir, if it's the bunny, okay, sir, passwords of 1. Sir, n dot substring of 2,6. 2,6 means 2 to 5. 0, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. Are you getting it? 2, 3, 4. That's all. It is going to take what? 2, 3, 4. What will happen? What will happen? What is the behavior of substring method? We should aware. What is the behavior of substring method? If the specified, 1 minute, class test 1, like this I'm taking class test 1, okay. Here just I'm taking bunny dot the substring 2 to, okay, 2 to 5 I'm taking. Assume that. What is the values are 2 to 5 means? Please respond. What is the value we are going to get? Sir, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. N, Y. Sir, let me save this code. Yes, test1 dot Java. Java C test1 dot Java. Next, 1 minute, please. Error, semicolon expected. Where is that? Okay, maybe one thing extra. Okay, now happily the code compiles fine. Java test1. Are you getting that? Sir, N and Y, perfect. 2 to 6 I'm taking. 2 to 6 I'm taking. What will happen, sir? I hope it is null. I hope it is null. Okay, let me cross check. No. What is this error by default we are getting? String index out of bounds exception. What is that exception, sir? Because 6 index is not available. Then automatically what is the value? String index out of bounds exception. Yeah. Now the behavior already aware. Now come back. So now here just observe. If it is, sir, for each, if it is the case, then automatically string index out of bounds exception is coming. If the string index out of bounds exception is coming, immediately the control will goes to sir invalid name. Regarding immediately the control will goes to catch block invalid name. Remember, because I kept this for loop inside try block, automatically the control will goes to invalid name. So first the what is the output we are going to get, sir, invalid name. Everyone can able to understand? Next, in the password, total how many elements are there? 3. Sir, first one already we assigned. What is the first one? What is the first one we assigned? Already we assigned first one OMAS. But second and the third we didn't assign. Second and third we didn't assign, because while assigning second, immediately control is coming to catch block. That's why first it's going to be printed, and then second and the third values still in the memory default values are there. What those default values, right? Null, null. Correct or not? Null, null. Now self catch completed. For each string P in password, SOP of P. For each string P in passwords, SOP of P. Sir, what is the answer by default we are going to get? First OMAS, next null, null. Correct or not? OMAS, null, null. Because passwords, how many elements are there, sir? 3 elements are there. That's why OMAS is going to come, comma null, comma null. But before that, because of exception, invalid name by default is going to be printed. Everyone can aware? Yes. What is the output by default we are going to get now? Invalid name. After that, OMAS, null, null. Let me cross check, sir. Let me execute this code. Java C test.java. Happily the code compiles fine. Yes, invalid name, OMAS, null, null. Clear? Have you observed, right? Sir, observe. String concept also they are using internally. Okay? So make sure it is also one possible question for the exam. Next, invalid name, OMAS, null, null. This is the correct answer, right? Sir, now take a bit very special care. I don't know what is the result of this one. You have to tell, sir. You have to tell. Array list, L is equal to new array list. Array list, L is equal to new array list. String array, yes. Just I'm taking just a string array declaration variable only. Try block. While of true. While of true. L dot add of my string, my string, my string, like keep on adding. How many times it is going to execute? Oi, how many times it is going to execute? Infinite number of times. Keep on. Okay, like, sir, if runtime exception is coming, this is caught a runtime exception. If it is not runtime exception, if it is a normal exception, caught an exception, and then at last SOP of ready to use. Wonderful example. Please respond. What is the answer we are going to get? Of course, what is the use of this string array? Yes, there is no use, I hope, because I'm not using anywhere. That's why let me remove this. String array, yes, is no longer required. Anyone, can you please tell what the answer now? Yes, first catch block will be executed or second catch block will be executed. Anyone? First catch block or second catch block? Shravan, first catch block. Any other? First catch block or second catch block? Pooja, second catch block. Wow, wonderful. Any other? Deepankaj, Shubham, Janacharya. Okay, excellent, man. Remember that. So, what is the first one? Runtime exception. What is the second one? Exception. Sir, if I keep on adding first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and so on, then we are going to get out of memory error. Are you getting it? Is the memory problem, sir? Out of memory error. Which error is going to come? Out of memory error. It is going to come, sir. Out of memory error we are going to get. Make sure, sir. Sir, out of memory error. Take a bit special care. It is under error. Out of memory error. It is under error. Are you getting right? Sir, it is under error. It will be there, but not under runtime exception, but not under exception. Then automatically some error is going to come, but there is no corresponding catch block for that. Even you can't write catch block also. That's why immediately the program will be terminated abnormally by rising out of memory error. So no question of this catch block or this catch block and so on. Yes, Janacharya, Pooja, are you able to understand? Okay. Sir, now let me execute this code. Your exception handling is going to be waste because the errors are going to come. What I can do? Here, have you observed, right? What I can, sir, what is the output by default you are going to get? Yes, are you getting right? So the important point here you have to be aware, because keep on adding and so on. Keep on adding and so on. Yes, what is the problem? Sir, java.lang out of memory error. Okay, so Java heap space problem, right? Clear? Out of memory error. So no exception, no catch blocks are going to execute, sir. Can I go to the next level? Okay, that's all. What is the next one? Okay, caught runtime exception. Caught exception printed to the console. A runtime error is thrown. At runtime. Ready to use printed to the console. The code fails to compile because throws keyword, something like. Which one is the correct answer, sir? A runtime error is thrown at runtime. That's all. Can I go to the next level? Yes. Okay. What is the next concept, sir? Which three advantages of Java exception mechanism. 1 minute, please. Can you please have a look once? Which 3 advantages are Java exception mechanism? Anyone? Can you please answer this? Yes, sir. Can you please tell what the answer by default you are going to get? I mean, sir, which of the following are advantages of exception handling? It improves the program structure because error handling code is separated from the normal program execution. Yes, correct. Correct, because do you know error handling, try catch, finally these kind of things by default we can able to do that. Provides a set of standard exceptions that covers all possible errors. No, because there are errors are there which are not going to be, there are not going to cover all. If it is going to cover all, then last one should not be terminated. Regarding next, improves the program structure because programmer can choose where to handle exceptions. Yes, we can able to see where you have to handle, where you can write try catch or throws keyword like. Improves the program structure because exceptions must be handled in the method in which they occur. Are very important because exceptions must be handled. Exceptions must be handled in the method they occurred. No, we are not required to handle. We are not required to handle inside a method. Even if you want, you can delegate that to the caller also. Improves the program structure because exceptions must be handled in the method in which they occurred. No, sir, it is not must. If you want, you can delegate that responsibility to the caller. Now the caller is the responsible to handle that exception. Correct? Okay. Next, yellow creation of new exception that are tailored to the particular program being created. Correct? Is it possible to create our own customized exceptions or not? Yes, yesterday I showed insufficient funds exception. Next, and after that, insufficient funds exception. Next, too young exception, too old exception, like this. So, is it possible to create our own exceptions? Possible based on our requirement or not? Yes. In Java exception handling, that facility is there, sir. Sir, now among these, which are the correct answers? Please respond. A, C, E. Remember that, okay? A, C, A. Sir, why B is invalid? Sir, provides a set of standard exception that cover all possible errors. No. Sir, improves the program because the programmer can choose where to handle exceptions. Yes, either within this method or inside the caller method, we can able to choose. Sir, method in which they occur, compulsory we should handle. So that's why it is wrong. A, C, E. This is the correct answer, sir. Sir, clear? Okay. Next. Which 3 statements are true about exception handling? Which 3 statements are true about exception handling? Okay, observe. Which 3 statements are true about exception handling, sir? Can you have a look once? Only unchecked exceptions can be rethrown. What is the meaning of rethrown? Already I covered, sir. So inside the method, inside catch block, you can use throw keyword again, sir, to convert one type of exception to another type of exception. Only unchecked exceptions can be rethrown. No, any type of exception we can able to rethrow, no problem at all. Sir, all subclasses of runtime exception are recoverable. Correct or not? All subclasses are the runtime exception are recoverable or not. Runtime exception and its child classes are unchecked exception. All exceptions are by default recoverable, man. All exceptions are by default recoverable. All subclasses of runtime exception are recoverable. Okay, one possible answer, but the general statement is, sir, exception and its child classes are recoverable. Error and its child classes are non-recoverable. That is, sir, the parameter in catch block is of throwable type. Yes, Okay, the parameter inside catch block, you can use any throwable type, no problem at all. Throws keyword, throw keyword, applicable for any throwable type. Inside catch block, argument can be any throwable type, no problem at all. Next, all subclasses of runtime exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Is it true or false? Array, is it true or false? All subclasses of runtime exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. No. What is the reason? Sir, this rule is applicable for checked exception but not for unchecked exceptions. That's why D. Anyway, you can straightforward, you can remove this option. Okay, next, all subclasses of exception except the runtime exception class are checked exceptions. Can you please observe? All subclasses of exception except the runtime exception class are checked exceptions. Yes, man. Other than runtime exception, all the remaining classes of exception are by default checked only. Correct? We respond. Correct, right? Okay. Next, all subclasses of error class are checked under recoverable. Last one. Can you please tell, is it correct or not? All subclasses of error class are checked. No, non-recoverable. Okay. Now ABCE4, in that one thing we have to remove, sir. Only unchecked exceptions can be rethrown. It is also wrong. There, which one is the correct answer, sir? BCE. Is it clear? Shubham, maybe a chance to ask this type of questions in the exam. That's why compulsory more concentration must be required. Okay, that's all. Next, last one, sir. Which two statements are true? Error class is unextendable. Error class is unextendable. So you can't create child classes for error. Error class is extendable. Next, error is the runtime exception. Error is exception. Error is throwable. Okay, remember. So error is not runtime exception. Error is an exception. No, error is the different. Okay, error class is unextendable. It is also wrong. If you want, you can create child class for error also, no problem at all. If you want, you can create child class for error also, no problem at all. Acceptable, man. Okay, sir, that's all. B and E are the correct answers. Clear, sir? 1 minute. Let me show just the small things. Small things. So we didn't create, but still it is acceptable. Okay, let me go for. Okay, here see this one. What I'm trying to take. Class tester extends. Okay, while defining, you can extend any throwable type, no problem at all, sir. Any throwable type, it's acceptable. Any throwable extends any throwable. That's why. Is it valid or not? Am I doing any syntactical mistake? Is it valid or not? Yes. Okay, perfectly valid. Sorry, 1 minute. Sorry. Just I have to compile. By mistake, I'm trying to execute. That out of memory problem. Yeah. Now observe that. Is it going to be compiled or not? Yes. What is the problem, sir? Java tester. Okay, perfectly, it's a valid, no problem. So while defining our own customized exception, how you can able to do, sir? This is the way, sir. Class test extends, either throwable you can take, or runtime exception you can take, or exception we can take, or like any kind of thing happily you are allowed to take, no problem at all, sir. This is, but among all, which one is the recommended? Which one is the recommended among all? While defining our own exception, which one is the recommended? Runtime exception is the recommended. Remember, so we can extend error also. I'm taking error, sir. What is the problem? Now observe. Happily the code is going to be compiled. Okay, happily the code itself is nothing but compile and run. No problem at all. Error. So errors are extendable or not? Yes. Okay. Next, here one thing. This is one thing I have to show. Second one, sir. Yeah, Deepankaj, I will explain within a minute. Second one, sir. Just have a look once. Yes. Some people are telling extends runtime exception. Why this one is the recommended? Anyone, can you please tell? Already we discussed Pooja asked the same doubt. At that time I explained already, I hope. Yes. Why we have to extend runtime exception? Sir, very simple. Here, is it there or not? I don't know. First exception, no. Here, just observe. My requirement is legend. Let me go for with a small chota example, sir. What I'm trying to take here is observe that. Here, I'm taking class to young exception. Sir, I'm defining my own exception. Extends runtime exception. Extends runtime exception, like this I'm taking, sir. Now, can you please read from the command line, enter age from the command prompt, int age is equal to integer dot percent of x of 0. I'm taking like this. Now, if age greater than 60 years, if the age greater than 60 years, throw new to young exception, like this we can able to take, sir. Can you please observe, this is the way how you can use how to define our own exceptions. What is this concept, sir? This is the way how you can able to define our own exceptions, sir. It is the marriage kind of thing, marriage matrimonial side. If age is greater than 60, then automatically, sir, something goes wrong, I can't continue. Can you please stop the program? Stop the program by raising this exception. This is about my requirement, right? Deepankash, why we are raising this one? Can you please tell? Because something goes wrong, I can't continue this request. Usually for matrimonial website, I can able to provide support from 18 years to 60 years. I want to provide support. But there is a person came, his age is 99 years, sir. Can I proceed his request? His age is 99 years, he want marriage. Can I proceed his request? No. Are you getting that? No. To halt the program, so boss, something goes wrong. Sorry, don't mind. I'm stopping the program by raising so and so exception. That is the purpose of customized exceptions, right? Okay. Now, happily the code is going to be compiled. Observe, compile, no problem at all. Java tester, some 25. Yes, no issue at all, acceptable. Java tester, some 99. Immediately throw new exception to young exception, like it's going to store, and it is telling, sorry, I can't continue, right? Okay, well. Now my question is, take very special care. It is extending which one? It is extending which one? Which one? Runtime exception. Sir, now is it checked or unchecked? Is it checked or unchecked? Unchecked. If it is unchecked, even you are throwing. If it is unchecked, even you are throwing, compiler never going to object whether you are handling or not handling. Are you getting that? Compiler never going to object whether we are handling or not handling. Correct or not? Okay. So make sure. So that's why we never going to get any compile time error. Happily the code is going to be compiled at runtime. If the value is within the range 25, acceptable. If it is outside of the range, then you are going to get the exception. Well, sir, now I'm taking extends exception. Are you getting extends exception? Think a bit very carefully. Sir, in the last session also I covered. Can you please tell, is it checked or unchecked? Is it checked or unchecked? Checked or unchecked? Shubham, Deepanka, checked. If it is the checked exception, immediately compiler is going to tell, Oi, in your area, there may be a chance of rising checked exception where you are handling. Where is the try catch? Where is the throws keyword? Compiler immediately is going to object. Okay, unreported exception. Now, what I have to tell is, array compiler, something goes wrong. For that purpose, I'm raising this exception. If I only rise, if I only handle, meaningless, man, meaningless. So are you getting that? Meaningless. So why I have to handle? Because To indicate something goes wrong, I'm raising this one. If I'm not going to handle this, why I'm going to write this exception? Make sure, sir. That's why highly recommended to define our own customized exceptions. Yeah, unchecked exceptions. Dipankar sir, now are you able to understand? Sir, you are telling something goes wrong, you are raising error. Again, again, you are going to define try catch for that. Again, you are going to define try catch for that. Otherwise, compiler is not going to convince. If I'm going to define try catch kind of thing, if I'm going to define try catch kind of thing, then what will happen, sir? Why you are raising that error, man? Why you are raising that error? Immediately. Have you observed? Happily the code is going to compile. Now, sir, 25, okay? 99 also, okay, sir, because you handle that exception. Then why you are defining this exception? Why you are using throw keyword? All this thing is nothing but meaningless. Dipankaj, yes, are you getting right? Convey message in that catch block. No, it is not. Just terminate the program by raising exception. For this exception, if it is the web application kind of thing, I will define some error page and so on. Whenever this exception is going to come, automatically the corresponding error page is going to display for the end user. Are you getting? Yeah, that's all. So is it recommended or not recommended to extend runtime exception? To extend the runtime exception, recommended or not recommended? Recommended. Extends exception, not recommended. Remember that, okay? So that's all, because it will become checked. Checked means compulsory compiler is always going to object where you are ending, like that's why the problem is going to come. Okay. Now, what is the next cinema we require to talk, sir? What is the next one? That's all. This is one thing. Next, one more small thing I have to explain, sir. Observe that a bit very, very carefully. Sir, class test, public static void main, sir, throws arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception. Can you please tell, is it valid or invalid? Throws arithmetic exception. Is it valid or invalid? Array, throws arithmetic exception. Valid or invalid? Valid, but not recommended, because it is applicable only for what? Unchecked exceptions. Why you are taking like that? Okay. Now observe that. Happily valid, no problem at all. No problem. Next, throws error I'm taking. Possible or not? Syntactically valid or not? Throws error. Valid. Any throwable type you can use for the throws keyword. Yes, valid. Are you getting valid? No problem. Throws throwable. Yes, valid. No issue at all. Okay? Valid, no issue. Throws string. Is it valid or invalid? Throws a string. Valid or invalid? Invalid. Oh, string is not exception, string is not error, string is not throwable type. Incompatible types like compatible method you are going to get. So incompatible types string cannot be converted to throwable. This is the compatible method by default you are going to get. Clear? Any explanation is required? I hope not required to keep much explanation, right? Okay, that's also. So throws keyword is applicable. Throws keyword is applicable for any throwable type, no problem at all. Next and after that, throw sir, new out of memory error. Out of memory error. Throw new out of memory error. No problem. Throw keyword you can use for any throwable type. For any throwable type. Itself is valid. Sir, what is going to rise? Throw new out of memory error. Throw new out of memory error. Throw new throwable. Valid or not? Valid. Valid. Okay? Valid. Because the reason is it is the check. It is the check. That's why it is the check. That's why. So compulsory you have to keep try catch or throws keyword like unreported exception. Like it is the different errors. Is it valid or not? Yes, sir. Throws keyword can be used for any throwable type. Sir, by mistake, I'm taking throw new thread. Are you getting? Throw new thread. Is it valid or invalid? Throw new thread. Valid or invalid? Invalid. What is the reason? You know, thread is not a throwable type. Incompatible type. Thread cannot be converted to like this. Clear, right? Next, here I'm taking try system.out.println, system.out.println, hello, hello, like this I'm taking. Next, here, out of memory error, out of memory error, out of memory error. Is it possible or not? Yes, man, you can take any throwable type, no problem. Sorry, if really out of memory error is coming, how you can able to handle? What is the handling code you require to take? Sorry, you can't handle that. You can't handle that. Okay, but catch block you can define. If really that problem is going to come, sorry, no one is going to do anything, man. But catch block syntactically itself is valid. Syntactically itself is valid, sir. If you run this code, happily do know hello is going to print into the picture. So for catch, any type of throwable, it is perfectly valid. Sir, I'm taking string, sir. String. Can you please have a look once? Have a look once. That's all. Incompatible types, like. Sir, that's it. These are only possible questions for the exam sake. You people should aware, sir. Completed? Yeah. We will discuss Shubham Gupta. Don't worry. Completed, right? Okay. That's all, sir. Okay. Now let me talk next important concept. Very important concept we require to discuss, right? Sir, string concept. But before that, just for the exam sake, in the object class, just the two methods I have to discuss. Two string method, because maybe commonly required methods, and the equal method, equals method. These two things I will discuss. Okay, can I continue in the tomorrow session? Yes. Okay, that's all, sir. So tomorrow we will meet for the continuation. So hardly another 1 week or 10 days. So it is going to be completed our batch. Oddly. Okay, nothing is the remaining. String, and then string concept, string builder, matter of 2 or 3 days. After completing that, we have to discuss wrapper classes another 1 or 2 days. Next, after completing wrapper classes, directly I will go for lambda expressions, and then collections, only array list we have to discuss for the sake of exam. Next, maybe more time we require to spend on date and the time API 1.8 version special. That all, there are some classes are there, we will discuss. Don't worry about that. That's all. Okay, right, sir. Shubham, yeah, you can just paste the doubts so that I will clarify.